Hello guys, welcome or welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Leanne and this is Baby Bell. On this channel we talk about all things mum and baby and toddler related, and today I want to talk to you about baby products you don't need. So I've been thinking about doing this video for a while. I've been like, should I do it, shouldn't I do it, because it could be a little bit controversial. So I've included items in there that people have said to me that they don't need, and also I did a little poll on Instagram as well and put what you guys said in there. But I've also included items that you see influencers using or advertising that aren't recommended by experts. So they actually could be dangerous. That's why it could be controversial. I'm not here to shame anybody. I'm not here to say don't buy them, don't use them. But what I am here to say is if you see your favourite Instagrammer or YouTuber telling you to get one of these, do your research first, please, just simply because there's so many things out there on the market, thank you, that can be dangerous to your baby and they don't come with a warning. So the first thing I'm going to include, and it's not a dangerous one, is a Moses basket. So Moses baskets look absolutely lovely, but most of my friends and family that have used them have said that their babies have grown out with them at like 8 weeks. And if you spent like 80 quid on a Moses basket and it only lasts 8 weeks, and then you've got to buy something else for your baby to go in because they need to be in the same room as you for the first 6 months, the Moses basket is probably not the best idea. Have you gone for a nap? We had a next to me for Baby Bell that was in our room, and then downstairs we had a travel cot which she pretty much hated, and she would just sleep on like a mat on the floor. We'd just cover an area up, put her on the floor, or she'd sleep on us. Like, I spent a lot of time just sat here with her snuggled up to me. So my first one is definitely a Moses basket. My next one is a nursing pillow. Now again, they're like really expensive. It seems everything that's marketed at babies is expensive. We didn't use a nursing pillow. Now, Baby Bell didn't actually latch until she was 10 weeks old, but we've always just used normal pillows or cushions on the sofa. Baby Bell's toys are in the background and they seem to go on forever. Okay, I've switched that off for the 10 minutes it's going to take me to film this. Nursing pillows, yeah. I've had, again, a couple of friends and a couple of people on Instagram said they bought one, they're awkward to use, you can't position them right because they're like donuts and everything. The only use they found for them is to just sort of like prop their babies up in the corner when they can't quite sit up on their own. So a nursing pillow is on my list, and as I said, we just used a normal standard pillow or a cushion depending on where I was feeding Baby Bell. Okay, this is one of my controversial ones, and it's a prep machine. So I see these everywhere. I totally get the idea of it, but if you look on the NHS website, they're not recommended. One, because they're quite difficult to clean, and two, because apparently the hot shot that comes out isn't hot enough to kill the bacteria in formula. That's why we have to make formula with hot water in this country, because of the bacteria in it. Apparently it's not hot enough on the prep machine. Now, I'm not an expert, this is just based on what I've seen, what I've read, so please do your own research on them if you are thinking about using them. But the NHS don't recommend them at all, simply because of those reasons that I said. Next one is another controversial one, and this one I see literally everywhere on Instagram, and that's a Nest or a Sleepyhead or a Docker Tot, whatever you want to call them, one of those pillow things that you put a baby in. Lullaby Trust recommend against them completely because of the fact that a baby can suffocate in them easily. They can also overheat because the cushion's around their head, and that's where they dispel their heat from. They don't recommend the Sleepyhead at all. Like I said, I am not shaming you or judging you if you've bought one or you are buying one. Please just have a look into the research for them. They also sell them on Amazon as well. They've got like tie things to make them bigger and smaller, and there's been stories, I've actually read a story of a baby that managed to wrap it around its neck, and luckily the mum realised the baby didn't come to any harm. But putting cords on a baby product, like, why? Next one I've got is a nappy bin. Now again, with this one I totally get the idea of this, is we want to stop the smell of baby poo and even pee getting out. But the ones that I've seen, and from what I've heard from you guys, oh no, you just knocked the camera if you bring your pillow over. And from what I've seen from you guys is that they don't actually stop the smell. Like, you're paying all this money for these cartridges, spending all this time changing them and everything, and they don't actually stop the smell. So we've always just used a normal bin and just emptied it at the end of the day. And to be honest, like young baby poo, it doesn't really smell that bad. It's when you start weaning that it gets really grim. But a nappy bin is one of the things that people just seem to be like, nah, don't waste your money on that. Next thing I've got on my controversial list is cot bumpers. Now again, I totally see why you would want these, because if you've seen a baby or a toddler in a cot, they're flapping about all over the place, banging their heads, getting their legs trapped and everything. But cot bumpers are a massive strangulation risk. They're tied on, so there's like all loose sort of cords and everything. Again, not shaming, not judging. Please just do research into these things, because these should not be on sale at all. And also as well, babies can use them, or toddlers can use them as like ladders basically to climb up and launch themselves out of cots. Cot bumpers is like, this is the top one on my list. Babybel's got a new favourite toy, and it is a basket of pegs. So that's what the noise is that you can hear there. Next on the list is a jumperoo. So these ones, I can totally see the appeal of them, but they're kind of expensive. They are expensive. You're talking like 80 to 120 pounds for something that is only recommended that your baby uses for up to 20 minutes a day. Obviously, if you buy one on Marketplace or something like that, you get a second-hand one, you're not spending that money. But they're not designed for them to use for very long age-wise, and it's recommended that they don't spend more than 20 minutes in a day on them, just simply because of development and everything. So £120 for something that the child is only going to use for 20 minutes a day for a couple of months, it just seems like a complete waste of money for me. And again, I've had a couple of people say that. I've also had people say that they absolutely love them. So it's one of those things, you either do think it's 100% worth it or it's completely not worth it. So again, do your research into that one. The next thing I've got is a bumbo. So they do different styles of these, but it's the one where they're sort of like raised up, and apparently it forces their hips and their legs into a really unusual position. It's really bad for development. So again, no judgment, none of this is about judging. I just want people to make their own decisions rather than just making their decisions based on what they see on Instagram and everything. Babybel had like a little sit me up seat, which was just a flat thing that just kind of propped her up once she'd started sitting up. And I think they do like flat bumbos that are absolutely fine for that. But those ones where they're kind of raised, I'll pop some pictures in so that you know what I mean. Those ones are apparently not recommended by like development experts and people who deal with baby skeletons and stuff. So just have a look at the type of sit me up seat that you are getting. They do learn to sit up on their own eventually, obviously, but a lot of babies want to be, once they've tried sitting up and they're sitting up for like a second or so, they want to be sat up all the time. So the little blow up ring that we had for Babybel seemed to be absolutely fine. There's like no guidance against using those ones, and as long as they're not in them too often, I don't think that causes any problems at all. My last two items go hand in hand. These aren't controversial, they are just a matter of choice, but shoes for babies that aren't walking and full-on outfits. So shoes for babies that aren't walking, I think that's just a complete waste of money. Like they don't need them. They're not going to be up and about walking on their feet, and then they are just a waste of money. Obviously, if you want to do like a photo shoot or something and you're making them look all nice, then yeah, a little pair of baby shoes. But that's one of the things that came up on Instagram quite a lot. And the other one is outfits. So Babybel spent probably the first 3 months of her life mainly in onesies, baby grows or whatever, rather than full-on outfits, because they're expensive, they are awkward to get on and off, that you do so many nappy changes in a day and so many outfit changes, and they don't all look that comfortable. Like if I'm chilling at home, I don't want to be chilling in a full-on going out outfit. I want to be chilled in like my pajamas or a onesie or a dressing gown or whatever. So for me, and for a lot of people on Instagram as well, full-on outfits are just like a complete waste of money. Obviously it's really nice to have photos of them when they go meet family and everything, but when you look at, you can buy like a pack of 5 onesies for £6, or you can buy just an outfit for £15. If you're trying to save a little bit of money, then the baby grows win all the time. As I said, this is not to shame anybody. I just want people to make their own decisions rather than just going, oh yeah, that looks really good, so and so's using it. Please have a look into it, because some of these things are just not recommended, and there are stories of bad things happening to babies. Like, not trying to scare you or anything, just please do that research. As usual, we really hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, don't forget to leave us a like and a comment and hit that subscribe button. Makes us really happy and it lets YouTube know that the video is worth showing to other people. We'll see you next time. You're gonna say bye.